Welcome to Probability and Statistics. Um, my name is Dr. Johnson, and I'll be your professor for this summer online course. So this course is technically a math course, but I always like to say that it is a wisdom course that just happens to use math, because the math we use in this course is usually, most of the math we use in this course is quite simple, but we're applying it to the world, which is messy. And so that's why it's kind of a wisdom class. It's like figuring out um, how do you learn knowledge from the world using statistics, using math, using data. And so that's what the main premise of what we're learning. I'm going to start sharing my screen so I can start talking about the Moodle page. So here we are. We're on the Moodle page now, and there's the syllabus. Great to check that out. And then a little getting ready here, the textbook website. So we're using a book that is free online, but if you want a paper copy, it's only $20 on Amazon. I don't know, actually, I have no idea. SPO is kind of in charge of whether or not you get your book or not. So I have no idea if you're getting a textbook or you get nothing. But if you do get nothing, it's only $20 to get the paper one, and I recommend that. It's worth the 20 bucks. So also we're going to be using the software we're going to be using in this course is called R, and then there's the R is like the engine of the car, and RStudio is like the shiny body of the car. And so you have to download R first, and then RStudio. And so that's all here. If you're doing Windows, Mac, Linux, it's all the same. If you have no idea what my instructions mean, I would just Google downloading R for Windows or downloading R for Mac, and that'll help you out if you're confused by these steps. And if you're running like a Chromebook or something, you can use RStudio on the cloud, and that'll work just fine. Create a new project, and then you'll get the same view as everyone else. Okay, so the way class is going to work is that at the beginning, the top of each week, I'm going to give you kind of what we're doing. And this is just the method I'm using for creating this little thing. So there's no grade involved here. I'm still figuring out how to make this not show up in the grade book. So there's no grade here. But then I've got objectives and study guide. So you might want to go back to this when it's time for the exam. And then lecture videos. So if you click here, you've got lecture videos. And right now I have videos that are straight from the textbook. And sometimes I might create my own videos, but the videos from the textbook are, on the whole, pretty good. They're missing a few in chapter 3. I might need to make a couple for chapter 3. So I'll go back. And then supplemental stuff. So if you're still a little confused, these are the PowerPoint slides I would have used if we were in class. So you can go through that. Each PowerPoint slide, the first slide is going to be the moneymaker for you guys because it lists like the topics we're covering. So you can download those, and then discussion forum, post any questions you have. For week 1, just post any questions you have. And then for week 1, we're going to kind of cruise through chapter 1. So chapter 1 is all about sampling stuff and basically like wisdom in regard to samples and experiments and observations. And there's 2 labs. So if you click on, say, lab 1 right here, it takes you to this. It's a pretty short lab. It's about Dr. Arbuthnot, who's like one of the first people to use this idea of a p-value, although he's also had some weird theological views, so that's fun. And then, so you do that in R, and then you turn in the lab here. The template is right here. So if you click on the template, It takes you to this template, follow the directions. You can take it from there. I'm totally fine. I have no idea how you plan to do this, like with like FaceTime or whatever, but if you want to work together with one or two other people, I would be fine with that. So if you work together with one or two other people, make sure that you put everyone's name up here, and just make sure that you're not freeloading, because the final project will use the stuff, like will use some of the material you learn in the labs. And so if you kind of freeload off of your friends the whole session, and then the final project, you need to do it all by yourself, and you're going to be totally lost. So make sure to, at least if you're working together, make sure that you are participating and learning. And then an important thing with that one is that try to turn in your lab as a PDF. So in Google Docs, you would do file, download, PDF document, got it, and then submit that. And then let's see, what else should we talk about? And that's week 1. So welcome to the class, and I hope that this goes well for all of us. Oh, by the way, there's one thing I forgot, the homework. So for instance, homework 1, it's in the form of a Moodle quiz. So then, but you can keep coming back to it, I think, I sure hope, that you only get one attempt, but you get to keep working at it all throughout the week. So here you've got this problem, migraine and acupuncture. Here's some data. Tell me what's percentage, and at first glance, is this, explain your reasoning. Now, what did I want to say about this? These questions, all of these questions that I have here are from your textbook. Almost all of them are even problems, which means there's no answer in the back of the book. However, in your textbook, almost every even problem is just like an odd problem. And the odd problems do have answers in the back of the book. And so if you're working on this homework and you're like, I have no idea. What you should do is find this question in the book. You can find it as the title, migraine and acupuncture, in the section 1.1. And then go to the question before that, which is an odd problem, and try your best at that, and then look at the answer at the back of the book and be like, oh, okay. All right, so that's strategy for homework, is that most of these questions are even problems in your textbook, and you can do odd problems to get a hang of it if you're trying to shoot for a better grade. Okay, and if you have any technical difficulties there, just email me. Yeah, that's about it. So I look forward to interacting with you this summer.